What is breadcrumbing and what should you do about it? Hi, I'm Jay Diamond. I'm a dating and love coach. I help purpose driven women who are 35 plus to clear deep, energetic love blocks so that they can triple their dating confidence, ignite their feminine power, and naturally attract and keep their soulmate. So, especially with the rise of online dating in the last 10 years, breadcrumbing has been a conversation that is just almost constantly on the table. Um, what breadcrumbing is when someone is really just giving you the absolute minimum to keep some sort of connection, to kind of try and keep you invested in them in some way. But it's like instead of giving you the piece of bread or giving you the whole loaf, they're just like giving you little crumbs. Here's another little bit, here's another little bit, here's another little bit, hoping that if you're hungry enough for love, that you'll just take the little crumb, the little crumb, the little crumb, and then wait for some more, hoping that they'll come back and give you some more, And what can happen is a pattern can emerge where you kind of spend your time really hoping that this person is going to provide something, connect with you in a deeper way, and it never really happens in the way that you want. And the way that you can kind of get caught out with this is that very occasionally they might come on really strong, or you might go out on a night out with them and you have a great time together and they're saying all the right things, and that they're saying they're going to see you at this time and we could do this together and wouldn't it be wonderful, and then you just don't hear from them for ages, and maybe they just you send them a text and you get a short answer back, and then just as you're kind of not really bothering with them anymore, it's almost as if they have a radar and can pick up the energy, and then bing, out of nowhere they're like, "Oh, baby, how are you? I miss you." Except they're not doing anything that's in alignment with them missing you. So this can kind of happen where you just end up texting this person for a while and you never actually get to see them, or you very rarely get to see them. Let me tell you about something. When a man is interested, you'll know. When a man is really into you, you'll know. And when he's not, you'll be confused. So if, we can have all kinds of things going on in our lives. I myself am like not, I'm a busy woman, so I am not the person who's immediately getting back to people. It's not breadcrumbing, it's not being rude, it's not just leaving people on read because I'm playing a game. I am a busy person, I have things to do. And sometimes that thing to do is I need to get in the bath and eat chocolate and take care of myself rather than sitting on my phone answering all my messages. And I'll get to them when I get to them. Okay, so there's that. Some people just genuinely are busy. The difference is when they're breadcrumbing you, it's like they're trying to give you some hope that there's, that they want to see you, that they maybe want to create a relationship with you. Oh, I was really thinking about you today, and I thought about how beautiful you are, and da 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 da. And some of this can just actually be they throw you this little breadcrumb because they want their own ego to be stroked. And so when they do that, they get the attention from you. They feel good about themselves. They feel full up again, and then off they pop, and you don't hear from them for a while until they just kind of feel like talking again. So this, you might see that maybe you're contacting on an app or on Facebook or something like that, and you'll see that they're online and probably talking to other people, and they just ignore your messages for 3 days until they feel like getting back to you. So that's what breadcrumbing is. And there are women that I work with that can get themselves into situationships with men who are married, men who are in relationships, men who are single, but clearly are not really interested in getting into a committed relationship with them. And the way that it shows up is through this breadcrumbing of they're very inconsistent. They'll make arrangements and then break them. They really just do the bare minimum to keep that woman somewhat invested, somewhat hopeful. Though they won't say, we're never going to be in a relationship, or I'm just not ready for a relationship right now, but I would love to just continue having some great dates together. I'm really enjoying our time. They're not that emotionally intelligent or honest. They'll make it like, oh, well, maybe we could go away for a while, for on holiday in 6 months' time, or when things are easier at work, then this is often a big excuse, then we'll be able to spend more time together. Then I'll be able to see you more. When things are better at home, then I'll leave. But of course, it never comes, and it's just a different excuse on a different day. Eventually, you have to get really clear about what is the kind of life that you want to live. Is this the quality and the standard of connection that you desire for yourself? And if it's not, it's most likely time to move on. You don't have to make a big announcement. You don't have to say you're breadcrumbing me, and I'm. This is not my standard. Although you can if you like. But you can just put your energies and attention elsewhere. Like, that's what I teach in my vibe dating method in my Cherish program. I just encourage you to date different people, not to get overly invested in one person, to really assess your connection with someone as you go along. Like, who is consistent? Who is good to you? Who does what they say they're going to do? Who actually makes an effort to impress you? They're the guys that you want to put more of your energy and attention into, not the guy who barely gives you anything. And this is the problem, unfortunately. We can be so desperate for validation, so desperate for an answer, so desperate to work out why don't they like me, why are they so hot and cold, that we forget ourselves and chase the person who's given you the least. And you're chasing validation. Don't do that. Invest in the people who invest in you. And that is not the people who are breadcrumbing you. If somebody's at a point in their life where they're too busy with work, they've got crazy stuff happening at home, like maybe in their family, there's an illness, there's a problem. We're grown ups, these things happen. And we can have compassion for that, but that doesn't mean you need to hang on, put your life on hold. A guy will even say to you, "Oh, don't run off with anybody else." He just wants to keep you hanging on a string for when he feels it might be convenient for him. Don't be that girl. Don't ever be that woman. Invest in people who invest in you. If they have too much going on in their lives, bless them. It's not for me right now. Or just have a little date with them now and again, but certainly don't make them your priority, and don't be giving them your energy and attention. You deserve more, darling. You so deserve more. I'll put the link to Cherish below. You can have a look at that program, see if it's for you. Yeah, that's breadcrumbing.